Hi, welcome to the Inner Office Dating Why Not to Participate seminar. I appreciate all of you coming today.
Hi.
I'm glad we didn't have to bribe anyone with pizza to come today, but we are going to learn lots. We are going to first talk about the problem. Inner office dating does cause complications within your work environment. But what's the big deal? Why should we even care? Well, first of all, we are going to be discussing the facts about inner office dating, some negatives, and a few possible solutions on how we can solve these problems, and some positives about why you should not date within your office. So, moving forward, here are some facts. According to the Workplace Option Survey, 85% of 18 to 29-year-olds have a relationship within the workplace. 85% of those people. That's a lot of people that kind of get it on in the office space. 40% of those people date their supervisors. They're banging their boss in the coffee room. Yeah, that's right. However, according to Career Builders, they did their own separate survey, and they surveyed that 31% of people that date their coworkers end up marrying their coworkers. That's not too bad. Now, there are some negatives to the fact that you might end up finding your soulmate. First of all, you have to see him every day. Now, even if it works out, that's great, but you have to see him every day. I love my husband, but I'm pretty sure that if we spent 24/7 together, after maybe like a week, maybe even longer, because I love him, but we'd probably want to pull our hairs out.
Thanks, babe.
Welcome, honey. However, if it doesn't work out, you still have to see him. You still have to go into the office. You still have to deal with him every day. Awkward. Yes. It might be a little awkward. There might be some tension there. And along with that, you might also cause your coworkers to feel like they have to divide. And then some of them go with Bobby, some of them side with Susie because, well, let's face it, you're friends with your coworkers and sometimes they just feel like they have to pick sides. The other different negative is you could get lawyered. Some people will come in and some people just aren't mature enough to handle these relationships and these breakups. And then Susie's going to be complaining to HR that Bobby touched her wrong and it wasn't welcomed. Sexual harassment case, lawyered. Unfortunately, stuff like that happens every once in a while. So, yeah, sorry. So let's just try and avoid all of that as much as we can. Here are a few solutions that we can actually implement to try and avoid all those negatives. First of all, we can do nothing. However, even though you're not doing anything, you're not implementing any policies about inter-office dating, you should always implement a policy stating that you do not, under any circumstances, allow sexual harassment. And I'm sure that every company that you sign up with, it's going to be that way. At least we hope so. The other solution is ban it all together. This path was actually the path that the company that I work for now used to be. No way, no how are you going to be banging your boss or anybody else in the coffee room. It's just not allowed. However, a lot of secret relationships started coming up, and then that gossip around the water cooler starts coming out. It's going to happen. So they realized, my company, they realized this just wasn't the way to go. So they decided to go with another option, which is the next one. Allow it with written disclosure. So you actually go down to HR, sign a contract saying, Bobby and Susie, we're having a relationship. Sexual harassment is not a case. It's completely voluntary, and it's appropriate. Now, there is another one that you can also go with. You can allow it, but you just don't sleep with the boss. You're not banging the boss in the coffee room. It's the exact same concept as allow it with written disclosure, except you just can't do it with a supervisor. The only downfall with that is, even if you're not dating your specific supervisor, your direct supervisor, and you're dating maybe a different supervisor that's not even yours, and it's completely in a different field, what happens if it doesn't work out, or even if it does work out, and then you end up wanting to go and have a different position within the company, and it happens to be underneath that direct supervisor. What happens then? Then it kind of comes down to discrimination, possible discrimination. If you're going in and you're trying to get this new position, you end up getting it, congratulations. However, what about all the other applicants? Now, you only got the job because you used to sleep with the boss. Discrimination against everybody else. However, if maybe it doesn't work out, you still want the position, so you go ahead and put in for it. You don't get the job. Well, now you didn't get the job because you used to sleep with the boss. Alright, let's move forward. Let's talk about some positives on top of all those negatives that we were talking about earlier. First of all, if you don't sleep with everyone in your office and have relationships within the office, you'll most likely get along with everyone. And you won't have to worry about anyone else choosing sides or anything like that. It ends up working out pretty well as far as this particular relationship goes. Also, no name calls. A lot of the times if you're going to be sleeping with everyone, you're going to get some name calling. You're going to be the skank of the office. You're going to be the hoe, or whatever the case may be. Nobody wants those names associated with themselves. And then also, because you're a hard worker, because you follow the rules, you're going to get respect. You're going to get respect for the fact that you are a hard worker and for the jobs that you do rather than the other jobs that you do. Now, to summarize everything, boys, keep your pencils in your pants. Girls, keep your scissors crossed. And if you have to let your toys come out and play together, just discuss it with HR to keep it fair. Do we have any questions?
Nope.
No, that was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming to the seminar today, and drive safely.
Thank you.